Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy, the channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it, and if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That's where we've got a special going on if you'd like to join. We do have a question and answer session coming up Saturday at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. All right, let's dive in, take a look, see what's going on today. Looking at the dollar or DXY, the relative strength indicator, this still looks good to move higher. We've got a downtrend line that has been working its way. You can draw it through here too, or through even here. Somewhere through here, downtrend line, we can extend this like that. That's broken to the upside. So that should work its way on up for a period of time. Could be a double bottom is what I'm seeing there. Generally, that's driven by interest rates. And today, interest rates are flat, but generally, it is driven by interest rates. The 2-year yield, it's down today, but still looks good to go higher. I don't see a ton of selling pressure there. To me, it looks like we've got a pattern. I'll draw it like this. A shoulder, head, shoulder, which could go higher. We are also underneath a downtrend line, which is going to act as resistance. And we could easily, with time, break through that. The 10-year yield is up slightly today, and again, is sitting on top of supports. That still looks good to go higher over time. The 30-year yield down slightly today, and again, we are above support. We also have that little formation there. Whenever you go up faster and quicker than what you pull back in, that's generally a pennant formation, flag pattern, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter what the name of it is. You've got that sequence of a larger impulse move higher in a tighter pullback. That is a bullish formation to go higher. Bond prices are up a little bit. Some people are speculating that this is going to turn higher. If we were to see that, and we can get some of this stuff out of here real quick to see if there's any validity to that opinion. I'll just get it all, I'll move that up here. What we would see is we would see some sort of squeezing pattern, maybe, that we would squeeze up and potentially break out of. So that would maybe be the pattern that they're looking at. We are at support, as we have a lot of support through this area back here. And that's where we're stuck at the moment, trying to find support. 2 in the 10, we do have yield curve uninversion a little bit today. That's not very much. The momentum is still upward. As you can see, the lows are still coming on up. And then we're going to try to break through the potential high through here. We've got a little bit of resistance through there, and we're going to try to break through that. If we can break through that, maybe the yield curve inverts back again. We're also playing with the breakout of the trend line, which is this upper trend line through there. So yeah, we're kind of at a decision point, and this looks like it's going to try to break to the upside. TYX TNX ratio moving sideways, still looks good to go higher at this exact moment. Gold's down $21 an ounce, but it's right sitting on top of support. Now, if the yield curve reinverts and we get a lot of inflation, we could see gold consolidate sideways. Very similar to what occurred through here. It may not be that long. I mean, obviously, I don't know how long it would consolidate, but we could see a consolidation here sideways if we get those conditions to come. And that'll be something that we can watch. But right now, it still looks good to go higher. Silver down 1.39%, sitting on top of the pattern. Still looks good to go higher. Not much else to say there, except it looks solid. Platinum's up quite a bit, 4.4%. That's got a gigantic breakout. And that's still running higher. It still looks fantastic to keep going if it wants to keep going higher. Palladium down a little bit, still looks good to go on up. We've got larger buying pressure all through here. These are all downward facing patterns, and you can just draw them in. You don't need to be perfect, guys. They're downward facing patterns, flag patterns, and they all work their way on up. That's what I've seen with the kabillion of charts that I've charted. We've also broken through the downtrend line, up, 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 up. Exceed to goal ratio, still cheap, nothing changed there. Still a long path ahead of us for gold and silver minor outperformance. GDX is down a little bit, nothing to worry about, just some small down candlesticks grouping downward. GDXJ doing the same thing, and SILJ down a little bit more. Maybe we do fill this gap, but we don't have a ton of selling pressure through here. We've just been chopping sideways. Crude oil down slightly, 0.04%. We're right at that resistance line trying to break out. There's the resistance line going across. That's where we're getting stuck. So it's a little bit of resistance as we try to break through there. I do think it's going to break to the upside. TTF gas down 0.76. And again, I still think we're going higher because we are on the back end of a falling wedge. These generally drift on up, and we don't have any reversal candlesticks or anything like that in there. Natural gas in America up 3.77. We are starting to break away from the resistance trend line. That looks really good. Super bullish to go higher. That's at about $4 a MMBTU. Boy XOP, yeah, you know me. That's also at resistance. Small down day of 0.73%. There's the resistance trend line coming on up, and we're trying to get through it. Might go sideways for a little bit. OIH down 1.2%. That's also getting some selling pressure. Still looks okay. It's not a huge reversal candlestick or anything, so I will remain bullish at this moment. Newcastle coal futures working up 0.4%. Looks good to go higher. And this is a bottoming pattern, and we've turned, and we'll start working our way on up. SPROTT Physical Uranium Trust breaking to the upside. There's your big candlestick that we're looking for. That's your breakout right there. It came today. So what does this mean? It means we're getting through resistance and that we could see a move higher. It looks good. Now you just look to your left, and there's going to be resistance as we get through that chunk there, but this is looking really good, really constructive for SPROTT Physical Uranium Trust. This is delayed by a day, but we were down a little bit for the uranium futures pricing. Still looks good to go higher, though, with time. URA, the equities, up a little bit. And again, we've broken out here, guys. This is not the time to be jacking around, trying to play short-term market movements. I think we've got a big move ahead of us. For URA, URNM, another big move. We're starting to break through some resistance levels through here. And then URNJ is trying to break out of this downtrend line. We don't have a lot of selling pressure here. A big candlestick will come. It's going to be a big breakout candlestick. Probably, if I were to guess, it would, here's my guess, guys, and I don't know, but I'll just throw a guess out there. It's going to be greater than 6%, 5-6%. We've got nickel, which is down 1.37. The sellers continue to stick around, and we continue to sell down here a little bit. We haven't, the buyers haven't overwhelmed the sellers yet. We've got copper up 1%, looking good. And that is basically almost at all-time highs. So we're trying. And you can see we've got resistance all up here with these wicks. So every time we come up in this general area, we're getting selling pressure. But the sellers, we're working through the sellers as the sellers are less and less able to push us back down. So that's kind of where we're at. We're trying to break into all-time highs, and there's still some sellers sticking around here. COPX moving sideways, but we're sitting on top of the pattern, and we've been just chopping sideways. This is a bullish formation to go higher. Lithium up 0.25, and again, I'm in the bull camp here, totally. Not a lot of selling pressure through here, guys. There's no big red candlesticks. There's no sellers here. We're just draining everybody before this moves on up. It's a double bottom, in my opinion. REMX also down slightly, but again, we're draining the sellers here, and we're right above support. We've broken out of that. You get a double bottom generally out of the squeeze up here, and then you get another downtrend that we have broken to the upside here. So up and away is about to come. Can't tell you exactly when, but it's coming. Iron ore still chopping sideways. We had a flat day today. That's still squeezing. Aluminum down slightly. Not a big selling pressure day, and we could go higher here. It is a possibility. The buyers want to step in and keep pushing. Baltic Dry Index down 1.1%, and again, that's still bullish. Not much selling pressure next to the big green candlesticks. We've also broken out of this downtrend line. Emerging markets down slightly. There we are. And again, we had a slightly stronger day on the dollar, and this very sensitive to what dollar does. Moo down 0.76%, no reversal candlestick, still looks good to go higher in my opinion, and we'll work our way on up. KRE up 1.33%, and that is a bullish engulfing, looking good to go higher at this particular time. The reversal candlestick of this small downtrend. XHB sideways. There's a little bit of momentum here with these big reds and small greens to the downside. Russell 2000 up 0.52. It's right above support. We'll see if support holds. Looks good to go higher. The S&P is flat. And again, there's not a lot of selling pressure or follow through here. So it's still possible that we can move higher. We just have to sit and wait. Momentum's to the upside. And we'll wait and see what happens in this circle there. NASDAQ up slightly. We don't have a ton of selling pressure here yet. This could go either way. We'll see what happens. There's some resistance through here. Exactly where we are located. SMCI breaking to the upside, 3.15, looking good to go higher, like the candlestick has, and it is a consolidation. These are downward facing. These are all bullish to move higher. NVIDIA is up 1%. Again, I'm still in the upward camp until we see evidence that it's going to turn. We don't see that turn yet, so still looks okay, even though we have a little bit of a squeeze of a rising wedge. No follow through there. Bitcoin's down 0.6%. It's right at support. We'll see if it holds. Ethereum down 0.77. Now these could get ugly. They could break lower. Possibility. MicroStrategy is down 1.64, and that is a bearish pattern perhaps where we could head lower. We've got the VIX down 7%, but again, guys, this could be a double bottom that works its way on up. We could see selling pressure in the S&P and NASDAQ if the sellers step in here or if something, geopolitics, whatever it is, steps up to the plate. So that is a possibility there. That's all I've got for today, guys. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Special, it's the coupon code over there. And we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.